Hello, Daniel Yuck here. Thank you for tuning in today. I appreciate you. In today's video, I want to touch base on a more private-ish topic within the tattooing industry, and that's tattoo pricing. It isn't common practice for us to see a tattoo artist post work that they've done on their clients, along with details in the description, such as pricing, how big it was, how long the tattoo took. None of this information is openly available. As a tattoo artist, I do get the approach of not listing certain details publicly to clients, because every client is different and there is multiple variables to consider per client. So tattoos really are on a per tattoo basis. So I'm sure as tattoo collectors and even people that are new to tattooing that are trying to develop healthy pricing systems may struggle to find the correct ballpark range. Some artists may underprice their work, some artists may overprice their work. Within this video, I want to take time and try to shed awareness and help others find healthy balances and healthy pricing systems to implement upon their tattooing journey and or collecting tattoos. Should you have any questions at any point throughout this video, I'm going to highly encourage you to drop a comment down below. I will do my absolute best to assist you in the best possible direction. Please don't forget to hit my subscribe button and ring that bell for me, as I'm going to be bringing more videos like this for you all. I do also have social medias under the same name as this YouTube channel. I would truly appreciate the support over there as well. If you find my channel helpful and enjoy my videos, consider becoming a Patreon or sending over a super thanks, as I would truly appreciate your support. With that being said, let's go ahead and dive straight on into this. The situation that we are going to discuss today is based on a true and unfortunate event that happened to a client when they were looking to get a tattoo from a tattoo artist that they liked. As you can see by the title of this article, and I will leave links for you in the description below so you can read this article thoroughly on your end, the client was charged $180 for the consult. There was a $1,000 deposit fee, and then there's also $1,695 for a Fox design sketch. Yes, that is $1,695 for just the Fox design sketch. So that is the gist of what's happening here. I'm going to break down some details as well throughout this story, so that way we can get a good idea as to what happened before we pass any judgment and or comment. The client stated that everything started with a $180 non-refundable consult fee. The client paid for the consult fee and was scheduled a Zoom consult for a Friday with the tattoo artist. The client showed the artist her reference photos as to what she wanted for the upper half of her arm sleeve. So the client went to the tattoo artist, wanted upper half sleeve, gave her reference photos right off the bat. They talked a bit about the tattoo, and the client relayed some details such as her wanting to have the fox look like it was running. The client proceeded and tells the artist that her fox is her favorite animal and she wanted it with watercolor too. It was at this point that the tattoo artist gave the client three different options to pick from. Option one was to have the first design fee paid of $1,500 plus tax, and the client would get a concept sketch and you can make one minor change and the final design will be given to you for a review. Option two was where you pay $3,500 plus tax to come up with two concept sketches and a couple of changes to the final design, and then you can review it again and then complete to proceed with the tattoo. Option three was $6,000 plus tax, and the client stated that she will get multiple sketches and lots of reviews and lots of changes, as well as a canvas for the concept. The client then proceeds to explain that it was to her understanding that these prices will be going towards the final price of the tattoo fee. However, they weren't. Just to confirm, these were all just for pre-tattooing. This is charging just for the consult, this is just for the design sketch, and just for booking the actual appointment. According to the client, none of this is going towards the final cost of the tattoo. It was around this point that the client stated that she was blindsided and she really didn't know what to do or say back to the tattoo artist, so she went with option one due to option one being the most affordable. At this point, the client confirms that the artist did in fact have the reference photos that she sent originally to relay her ideas of what she wanted, and at this point the client is still confident that the tattoo artist is going to make a beautiful tattoo for her. According to the client, when Monday rolled around, she received a sketch from the artist, and the client claims that it was nothing of what she asked for. So let's take a look at the reference photos that were sent to the tattoo artist upon initially meeting with the tattoo artist. So as you can see, these are the reference photos that the client here wanted, and this is what they were trying to get across. So these are the reference photos. And this is the sketch that the tattoo artist sent back to the client. So here we have the reference photos and the sketch for the client. And keep in mind, this sketch here was $16.95 just for the client to receive this right here. From here, the client proceeds to explain to the tattoo artist that the concept sketch was nothing like what she had originally wanted. The client proceeds to email the tattoo artist immediately to tell her that she wanted a full fox with a tail. The client also stated that she wanted the fox to be the main feature and the client wanted less flowers and the fox to be more forward. The client proceeds to explain to the tattoo artist that she is aware she picked option 1, however option 1 wasn't what she asked for and it wasn't like the original reference photos that she had sent to the artist originally when they first met on the Zoom call. The tattoo artist proceeds to tell the client that she was going to charge her the difference between option 1 and option 2, which is $22.60. The tattoo artist proceeds to tell the client she was not clear she wanted a full fox. According to the client's reference photo she sent her, the client feels as though she could not have been any more clearer. The client also stated that the tattoo artist did not ask the client if she wanted a full fox. The client feels as though she felt she didn't have to say she wanted a full fox based on the reference photos having a full fox in them. And keep in mind, the client did send 2 different reference photos which both had a full fox in them, so the client feels strongly about that point right there. The tattoo artist and the client went back and forth in a string of emails, and I'm going to share them here with you. And again, you can check out this article in the description below. I'll link it for you there. Here is what the tattoo artist had to say. When we had discussed the fox, you didn't say that the fox had to be in a downwards position. You didn't mention that the tail had to be visible. You said you liked the fact that it looked like it was in motion, which I do feel I captured in the concept I offered. It's running and leaping through a frame of flowers. The petals give the impression it's burst through with no time to waste. The images you sent, I don't feel the foxes are in a very natural position. They almost look a bit broken and pancaked in an awkward position. Not saying it's not possible to get the fox in the position you are imaging. I'm just saying I don't feel these examples are accurate to body position. I had the impression you were looking for a fox on the run. The idea of moving forward, which is why I chose for the fox to be in this purposeful and proud body position of leaping through like he knows where he's going. I think what you were wanting is more of a fox jumping down as if he's running and just jumped down from a high ledge. It gives, and then from here it was cut off. This is all the information that I can get from what the artist sent to the client. So at this point, according to the client has paid her $2,695 for the consultation, for the design fee, plus a $1,000 deposit fee to book her actual tattoo date. All while the tattoo artist is telling the client she wants another $2,260 in order just to redraw her sketch, even though the client sent reference photos and explained what she wanted in the initial Zoom call. The tattoo artist proceeded to tell the client that it was her communication skills and she did not communicate exactly what she wanted. Below is what the client had to say back to the tattoo artist. This is a bit cut off here, and for that I apologize, so I'm going to just do my best to navigate through this part right here. So the client tells the tattoo artist, when you very obviously didn't take my reference photos into account is different than just changing my mind. I didn't say I wanted a fox of a fox head. I wanted a fox. I don't know how I could be clearer than sending you 2 very similar position foxes. The deflection and blame towards my communication skills is not professional. You asked me why a fox and asked preference of flowers, but it didn't cross my mind to say, and it didn't cross yours to ask full body or not. I sent pictures to do my communication for me since I seem to be so bad at it. Are you suggesting that my only options are 1, get a tattoo I don't want, 2, pay $22,260 for another sketch, or 3, am I out $2,695? At the very least, refunding my $1,000 seems reasonable. You say you are clear and lay out the options from the beginning, but your website and email say nothing about paying a design fee. I was blindsided by the cost of that, and I wish I had known about it before I booked a consultation, or at least had been given time to fully contemplate the exorbitant, forgive me if I'm mispronouncing that word, cost of that before I agree to it. And then it says, at least then so then the client proceeded to say more. However, it was cut off and I just only got the information that I can get. And for that, I apologize, but let's continue on here. From here, the client proceeds to then express the unfair and bad business practices to the tattoo artist. The client stated the artist should make her clients aware prior to booking the consult that the tattoo artist is going to ask for a design fee on top of the tattoo fee. From here, the tattoo artist kindly comes back and tells the client that she can do another option. This option is where the client pays another $16.95 again for option 1 instead of $22.60, so the tattoo artist can make her another sketch as shown in the image below. And this is what the tattoo artist said back to the client. Hey Courtney, I suppose there is another option that I just thought about. It would cost less than upgrading to option 2, but will also give you less opportunity for changes and won't come with the bells and whistles that option 2 gives. We can do another option 1. At least now I have the proper specifications. Hopefully you wouldn't need more than one minor change. It would be $16.95 instead of $22.60. Let me know if you prefer to repeat option 1 kindly. And again, that's what the tattoo artist said to the client. The client is now expressing to the tattoo artist that the client was not aware when booking the consultation originally that she was going to have to pay for a design fee on top of the tattoo fee. And the client was urging the tattoo artist to put that information on the artist's website, letting other clients know that they will indeed be charged a design fee. Here is what the tattoo artist had to say back to the client. The tattoo artist then tells the client that the design collab is an optional service for those clients that wish to have more influence on the tattoo design and opportunities for feedback and making changes. The tattoo artist then proceeds to tell the client, at no point were you obligated to move forward with anything. You said you wished to be tattooed sooner than later, and so I recommended you to book your tattoo appointments. But this was your call to make. Like I had told you, the typical protocol would be to send the deposit and schedule the tattoo appointments once we work through the design process. I let you know that my summer appointments were very limited and you wanted to get tattooed sooner than later. I didn't force you into anything. There were suggestions based on your needs and scheduling preferences. The tattoo artist then proceeds to tell the client, if you did not want to purchase a design collab package, you would have been offered the opportunity to go straight into the booking process. A deposit would need to be sent to book your appointment, so the same as you did to book your tattoo session with a design collab, except you wouldn't have had the opportunity to see the design ahead of time or make any changes. As I'm trying to read this right here, this response from the tattoo artist, I'm having a bit of trouble reading it thoroughly while understanding that information. So for me, that was a little bit hard to understand. Now, let's keep in mind that the client has already paid the tattoo artist $2,695 for the consult fee, for the design fee, and for the deposit to book the actual tattoo date. It was at this point the tattoo artist told the client that the design fee is optional, although the client was never told that it was optional from the start. The client stated that the tattoo artist presented her with 3 options, asking the client which one she was most comfortable with. The client stated that she would have walked away at this point and proceeded to take accountability for her own actions. The client states that she is the type of person that will eat the wrong meal if she's given the wrong meal at a restaurant. Thank you for a bad haircut type of attitude, she stated. The client proceeds to take accountability for her actions, all while the tattoo artist has not budged and or shifted in any sense. It was at this point that the client explained to the tattoo artist that she feels the tattoo artist could have been more clear with her from the get-go, as the client didn't know that there was an option 4. The client stated that the tattoo artist never went over an option 4 with her. The client also stated that she was only presented with option 1, 2, and 3. The tattoo artist proceeds to explain to the client that she didn't like the reference material that was sent to the client. The tattoo artist then stated that she did not like the position the foxes were in. The artist then also stated that one of the foxes looked like it was scooting. The client then stated that the tattoo artist proceeded to make the issue about not being able to afford the tattoo while not ever acknowledging any of the client's actual concerns. The client stated that she couldn't give her any more money when she feels the tattoo artist was not being upfront with her from the beginning. Here is what the tattoo artist had to say to the client. Regarding your reference material, I'm pretty sure the one fox is laying down and the other doesn't look like it's running to me but jumping down or scooting when they get an itchy back end. I'm not sure what tattoos you have already and what the process is that you went through to get them, but I assure you it is not typical for clients to expect there, and the rest was cut off. For that, I apologize here. From here, the client proceeds to explain that she did call out the tattoo artist for not telling her that there was an option 4, and the client asked for a refund because she did not get the fourth option from the beginning. Here is what the client had to say to the tattoo artist. At no point during our meeting after you gave me the 3 options did you tell me that there was also an option of booking and not paying a design fee. So that's twice now I gave you money without knowing all the facts. First, the booking consultation, and second, with not telling me that the design fee was optional. Are you still not going to offer a partial refund since you did not give me that option? Is what the client is telling the tattoo artist. The client then proceeds to explain that the tattoo artist says to the client that she would rather have not seen the design ahead of time. They would have still been in the same situation where the client did not like the sketch. The client stated that it may have ended up that way, but the client would not be out $1,600 as she paid for originally for the design sketch. The client stated if she was going to end up in the same situation, she would have rather kept her $1,600 and seen the design the day of and decided she did not like it at that point. Here is what the tattoo artist had to say back to the client. The tattoo artist then tells the client, so you're saying you would have preferred to pay no design fee, not see the design ahead of time, or have any opportunities to make any changes. You would be handing all creative freedom over to me in that option. Plan B, as I call it, is an option for clients without a specific vision and open to my creative interpretation. These are clients that just genuinely love my work and trust me with their tattoo. Let's be honest, this obviously was never going to be the right fit for you, even if you had said you didn't like the idea of paying for the design collab service. If you did that and showed up to your tattoo appointment to see the design I sent you, what would you do then? What a nightmare, is what the tattoo artist is telling the client. The tattoo artist then proceeds to say, listen, I have been more than sweet and patient with you. I have taken ample time to email with you, and I have been very upfront with you through the entire process. Despite your nasty comments towards me, I have kept a kind demeanor and responded to you respectfully. You are choosing the parts of the consultation you want to remember and saying I omitted details, and that is not true. You are painting this picture of yourself that, and then it proceeds to be cut off from there. For that, I apologize. The client also denied saying any nasty, mean, or rude comments over to the tattoo artist, so the tattoo artist was essentially making that up according to this story. The client confirms that she was not rude or mean or did not tell the artist any names. The client just told the artist that she did not agree with the way her fees were explained, and the client was not made aware that there was a fourth option. The client was unaware that she was able to move forward without paying a design fee from the get-go, although the tattoo artist is claiming that that was an option from the jump. The client expressed that she really wanted a tattoo from her and that she is a great tattoo artist. The client confirmed she picked option 1 and proceeds to blame herself for not picking, or for picking option 1 rather, which was the cheapest option she was presented with. And keep in mind that's the reason why she went with option 1, was because it was the cheapest that the tattoo artist originally presented to her. There was no option 4. From here, the tattoo artist proceeds to tell the client that she was not going to refund anything and that she has done her duty. I'll let you see it for yourself right here. So according to the client's thread here, this is what the tattoo artist said back to the client. You're painting this picture for yourself that I'm some awful scammer out to get you. And the fact is, from the get-go, you simply did not want to afford the cost of the option you really needed, which was option 2. You needed option 2 but only wanted to pay for option 1. That was the risk you were willing to take, and now you're accusing me of scamming you, is what I think she meant to say. Unbelievable. No, I'm not refunding you anything. I have given you options of moving forward. I have been kind, patient, and I have fulfilled my duties to you this far. If you don't want to move forward, that is your choice, but I'm not giving you my time, expertise, and creativity for nothing, is what the tattoo artist tells the client. I'm very curious to know, as of right now, if you experience this, how would you be feeling on your end? For me, this is kind of a lot to take in. This is a lot to process, and I'm still kind of thinking, is this actually real? Do people actually use these sort of charging systems? Are some immediate questions that come to mind. So right now, where we were at is the tattoo artist is telling the client that they're not going to get any refunds, or they're not going to issue any refunds. Their creativity and time isn't free, essentially. The client proceeded to explain to the tattoo artist that she is not being nasty. The client expressed that she wanted to be heard. The client also does not think that she could have been any more clearer based on the reference photos that she had sent to the tattoo artist from the jump. From here, the client proceeds to express that she paid $16.95 for the Fox sketch is a good compensation for her time, but she would like the $1,000 deposit that she had gave the tattoo artist to book the tattoo session that never happened. So at this point, I do feel like even the client is being completely reasonable. I'm not sure if over reasonable is a thing, but the client took accountability for her actions for even proceeding with this specific tattoo artist. The client was willing to let the tattoo artist keep a chunk of her money, which is $16.95 for the Fox sketch. As the client did state, she feels it was good compensation for her time. The client is wanting her $1,000 deposit back. So the client, keep in mind, isn't asking for the entire sum back. So for me, this is a really awesome and easy to work with client. This client is really understanding when we think about it in the macro from a bird's eye view. The client also expressed that she felt it would be nice if the tattoo artist accepted some accountability, some responsibility for the entire ordeal, or maybe even if the tattoo artist maybe forgot to mention that there was an option 4. So the client was very expressive on how she felt about the whole situation. The client definitely does feel like she wasn't heard. She also expressed that she feels like the tattoo artist could have been more professional with her along the way, maybe have asked more questions. And again, they did meet on a 30-minute plus Zoom call, according to the client. 30 minutes or so was what their Zoom call was booked for, which was at $180 consult fee. Now, the client expressed that she could not have read into the tattoo artist's mind and felt that she could have done more to express and maybe ask more questions in terms of what the client wanted. Also, keep in mind that the client did send those original reference images. The client then proceeded to explain had the tattoo artist had sent her a beautiful sketch of what she wanted, that she would have been moving forward with the tattoo. Unfortunately, now she is in this situation where she is now out $2,695. Furthermore, the client also proceeded to explain that the tattoo artist told her if she wanted to get tattooed in grungy basement biker shop back alley tattoo shop, she can do that for a cheaper price. The tattoo artist proceeds to explain to the client that she has been taking a lot of business courses and states that this is the direction her industry is heading in to ask for these fees for designs. The tattoo artist proceeds to explain that she is a pioneer while paving a way for the rest of us tattoo artists so we could eventually charge these fees for ourselves. That was the entire story. That was what I was able to collect from this unfortunate incident that happened to a client. I have so many questions, and I'm sure a lot of us do. Drop your questions in the comment section down below. Some questions that do come to mind off the top is, how would you feel if you found yourself in this situation? Who was in the wrong here? Should this tattoo artist refund the client? How would you have handled the situation as the client? How can a client avoid something like this? And have you ever encountered a tattoo artist like this? I am very eager to know. I want to know what you all think. Feel free to drop a comment down in the comment section below, or navigate on over to the article, which I'll link you in the description. You can leave a comment over here as well on the actual article page for others to read throughout time. Now, that'll be it for this one. I'm eager to hear what you have to say on your end. If you have any questions, I encourage you, drop them in the comment section down below, and I will do my absolute best to assist you in the best possible direction. Please don't forget to hit my subscribe button and ring that bell for me, as I'm going to be bringing more videos like this for you all. I do also have social medias under the same name as this YouTube channel. I would truly appreciate your support over there as well. If you find my videos helpful and enjoy my channel, consider becoming a Patreon or sending over a super thanks, as I would greatly appreciate your support. Thank you for tuning in. You have a great day.